What up, gamers? Fence here, and welcome back to Honkai Star Rail. So, I decided to add the last 10 minutes of the previous video into this video here because after the first 10 minutes of the previous video, I decided to take a break, but then I forgot that I was continuing off in the in that break. Instead, I recorded like it was a new video, which I like to make each of my videos around 50 minutes long to make it feel uniform, you know? It's like a goal of mine, for me to you know, reasonably record my videos. So, like in a way where I can feel consistent. But yeah, I just want to maintain that consistency and add it here instead. So yeah, I'll go back to the past for those last 10 minutes of the previous video, and then I'll come back here to this point where I gotta do this lost generation and talk to everyone here. So I will be right back, and I'll see you back at this point.
What's next then? The Trailblazer's been taken by Black Swan. Will you go look for him?
No need for that. No harm in mentioning that Elio's only given me one instruction. Get all of the Astral Express to track down the Grand Legacy.
Okay.
I tried settling this in an easier and more direct way. But as you can see, here I am, confronting you. I failed. Can't ever go against the script.
That is a scary thought, man. You got the script already written down for the future. And Sam tried to do things in a different way.
The so-called impossible is
But he's still
something that has yet to happen.
But it's still going back to, I guess, maybe what the script was originally like.
That's it. Before we split, can I ask you one more thing? Is there anything else in your script about me? I'd like to know what kind of footnote I get to leave in that future foreseen by destiny.
Unfortunately, not a thing came up.
I knew it.
What if Akron, in a way, is not part of any script at all? Because I don't know if the script has a story for everyone, a predetermined destiny. But maybe Acheron is not part of that script.
Hang on. I don't.
Don't. What?
Your first question was, do you still have dreams about everyone who died because of you? I don't. Never have. I was born without the ability to dream. I live for this cold, harsh reality. For a little light. And to burn. To keep on burning. Until I turn to ash. So, I really envy you.
Is that so? Then you're already living in the waking world.
All right. Yeah, any more cutscenes, man? There's been zero gameplay so far. Present day golden hour. Oh, here we have more. It's almost 50 minutes, man.
But we never
Oh my gosh.
expected Miss Robin to.
I'm sorry that I couldn't be with you then.
Reality cruises on in serenity, while undercurrents bubble up from the dreamscape. Just like that memo keeper said. Stay strong, everyone. We can still do what we can for them. Starting with finding the murderer.
Let's recap everything then. The Trailblazer just reminded me of something. March, do you remember what that family rep who negotiated with us said?
Indeed, we trust that the Nameless has nothing to do with this. And we also beg each of you to help assist the family in verifying the identity of the deceased. That's how it was put, in reference to Miss Firefly.
Looking back, He seemed a little evasive at the time. And he also failed to mention anything about the earlier murder, too.
The family's planning on covering up all news about Miss Robin's death. If news gets out, Penacony's going to turn into a bloodbath.
But the murder that followed closely after was obviously beyond their anticipation. The family had to try and turn things to their advantage by bringing in reinforcements from outside. The Charmony Festival is nearly here. They must be snowed under.
It may also be that Miss Firefly's murder had so many witnesses that it couldn't be covered up. So they went with the flow and let more people on the scene to control the situation. After all, the nature of the two murders is fundamentally different. The family's first protective measure should be against malicious actors among the guests, such as that IPC envoy.
Venturine is on guard against Acheron.
Indeed. He was particularly concerned about that Galaxy Ranger.
Are we missing the forest for the trees here? I always felt that Aventurine's reasons for accusing Miss Acheron were highly subtle. Can we believe him?
At this point, I'm afraid the only ones we can trust are ourselves.
Look, let's try to gather intel first and then list all the possible outcomes we can. Then we go through them, eliminating contradictions one by one. The fewer facts remaining, the closer we are to the truth. I've still got this sense of foreboding. It's like we're stuck in a whirlpool, spinning around that legacy even after everything that's happened.
This time we're playing the role of a real detective. But before we start, what are we going to say to the family and Aventurine?
As I see things, the family harbors no ill will towards the Astral Express. If they didn't trust the crew, they wouldn't have casually commissioned outsiders to investigate a case that's, in all likelihood, a scandal. Plus, this is the family's turf. Teaming up with them should make things easier for us in the future. As for that Aventurine, well, I'd like to hear your thoughts.
He's complex. He deliberately slow-played his hand during negotiations while running circles around us all the while. He appealed convincingly to both reason and emotion. It wasn't forced, but the intent was obvious. Still, it's good to have contacts among all this uncertainty. Aventurine showed his skills, and as far as our interests are aligned, he can become a reliable ally. We also need to keep a certain distance from the family. Never let them get too close. Teaming up with the IPC helps balance that out. If either side makes a move, we have the option to pull out.
Okay, I like that.
So you suggest accepting Aventurine's proposal to team up?
At a distance.
Yes. It's risky, but we can only wait until both sides have played their cards before making any further judgments.
Okay, I like Welt's way of thinking here.
I get why, but
It feels
there's a
safe.
whole lot of bad guys and girls around here, and I'm worried about getting stabbed in the back. He's been bullied a few times now, and I can't stand it anymore.
It's cool. You can bully me whenever.
No, I can't accept this. Forget about it. Just let me keep an eye on him. If that doesn't work, we can just turn the tables and use him instead.
Then, could you please reply to Aventurine? Everyone, take this time to put together your thoughts.
What if, like, Marge travels with me? We'll collaborate. And then she dies. That'll be a turn of events. Wonderful. Your response came faster than I expected. From now on, we'll all be in this together. Here's a small something for our upcoming partnership. 1,000 credits received. That's a lot of money. That's it. That doesn't seem like much. Give me another 1K, rich boy. Let me see what you've got. Oops, I pressed send too early. Here's a little extra just for good luck with this new gig. Hey. Got another one. Just as I anticipated, the family is going to sweep Robin's case under the rug so long as they can, so her case is only a secret between us. But the other case, that depends on what excuses they have prepared for you guys. I'll take my leave for now, and I look forward to an outstanding performance from you guys.
Looks
Alright.
like Aventurine is happy with this outcome. Let's tell everyone about it.
Alright, I'm back. Let's get to it. Yeah, I was going to like talk about some other stuff, like as I was about to end the video, like originally at this point, but I'll save it for I guess maybe the end of this one here. Anyways, let's go. So we got Himiko. Yo.
Avengerine's goal is to try and recapture Penacony for IPC. To do this, he'll have to bring down the family in its entirety to create a big enough chance. The existence of death will be covered up by the family. So how does he plan on taking them down? It's gotta be something important enough that everyone will notice. But it also can't be anything too out in the open.
Oh, there's a lot. Okay, I'm guessing we can say all of this and this will progress the dialogue. Perhaps he's going for the hotel.
An attack on the hotel guests? Unlikely. Penacony's guests include quite a few bigwigs known throughout the whole cosmos. People who not even the IPC would dare take lightly. Aventurine is a shrewd merchant, and there's no way he doesn't know that.
Perhaps he's going for the family.
He's definitely going for the family, and it's just a matter of how. The harmony is strong in Penacony, and almost impossible to take on head-to-head. The fact that the IPC dispatched Aventurine shows that they do not intend to simply play by the book here.
Perhaps he's going for Acheron.
Aventurine has devoted considerable attention to her. But this Galaxy Ranger, we know hardly anything about her, and can't rush to any conclusions.
Perhaps he's going for the Astral Express.
I was also considering this possibility. Especially because he respects you so much, and has sought you out before a few times. Perhaps he's also unsure of your intentions and is probing you.
No conclusions can be drawn just yet.
I'm just speculating. In any case, we have to be careful when handling Aventurine. He's skilled at reading people and discerning the right moment to strike. Also, he's clearly a born gambler if he's willing to go all in to win.
Alright. What do you think, Walt?
Aventurine said something that concerns me.
And what is that?
He accused that Galaxy Ranger of killing Robin without any evidence whatsoever, but said nothing about her connection to that memory zone meme or why he was stalking you.
Yeah, he's still pretty shady.
It was a groundless accusation.
Still don't know much about him.
Which only serves to make him seem more suspicious.
Like, I feel like, you know, everyone is trying to get at my side, but everyone, I just feel like I don't know their full story. Does Aventurine have other plans?
Maybe Aventurine's goal was never to gain our trust. Maybe he wanted to foster a feeling of enmity towards Acheron and make the situation more volatile. Two birds, one stone. However, I asked Don Hung back on the Express to confirm that story about the Annihilation Gang and the lost messages. It wasn't something that Aventurine made up out of thin air. You've met her many times now. What's your impression of Miss Acheron?
Wait, I can say that I can't remember. I would say mysterious is probably what I think about her the most. What? Wow. Oh, that's a bit creepy. Even the text here is red. No, yeah, there's definitely something going on with this red text. It's not like just... It's not just Acheron. That's interesting. So, I wonder if this is like maybe a hint of like maybe what Acheron is going through. Because like she had red text as well, right? What if like she wants to say something else, but then she can't remember? I don't remember her red text dialogue. I thought, like when I saw it, I thought it meant that it means that it was like an important text to take note of. But what if it's something like this where maybe, I don't know, maybe one part of it is that you just forget? But yeah, weird, I can't seem to remember.
That fits the stereotype of a Galaxy Ranger to a T. They're eccentric, unpredictable, and fond of being alone. No wonder she's a suspect.
Okay, that gets me a bit more suspicious about like, or like, curious, I mean, about the red text now. So far, it's just been like Acheron doing that, but then I'm just wondering if like the red text, it definitely means something. I guess it's not just like something important to note of. I feel like it's more of like an effect, like something is happening, like just now, like we remembered, like with those dialogue, but then we forgot when we pressed them. I think something is happening. I think that's what the red text is. There's some kind of
I
effect.
hope it's not too soon to bring it up. But I feel like Miss Robin isn't actually dead, but that she's still alive and well. Somewhere. That everything's just some horrible prank.
Yeah, I would say there's a chance for her to be alive. The thing is, I feel like if someone would die in the story so far, I can understand it if it was Firefly. Which, yeah, I guess now would be a good time to talk about that because I just, originally when I was going to end the video, at, like, during the 10-minute mark in this video, which was supposed to be in the previous video, I wanted to talk about something, but then I didn't get the time to talk about it. So, like, I remember way back then when I got Firefly, I was actually looking up some video guides on like how to build her, but then like I watched this one video where like they kept on talking about like I think Firefly dying and stuff, but like back then I didn't think much about it. I thought it was like a joke and stuff. Like especially when her abilities, which I guess now makes sense, where she keeps on losing health. I don't know if that was like a foreshadowing of that or something. But yeah, I remember I saw that. I didn't think much of it, and then I watched like another video, and I think they confirmed that she died, so that was kind of like spoiled for me. But that was like I think around a year ago. I think that was like around a year ago, and so yeah, I think I just forgot it just now. Like I just remembered, sometime after that, if that is the actual death scene of Firefly, I just remembered it now. Um, And yeah, because of that video, because of that spoiler, I just haven't been watching any video guides since then. Instead, I just stick with those website that, gives you the builds like Pridwin. That's what I mainly use to like completely ensure that I don't get spoilers. Anyways, yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Let's go and move on.
Because aren't
So
we
yeah, I knew
supposed
about
to
it,
be
but then I
inside a
forgot about
dream?
it because it's been a while.
How could someone die in a beautiful dreamscape like this? Shouldn't only good things happen here?
And yeah, good thing I forgot because, I would love to experience things, non-spoilery in a way. And it also kind of felt unbelievable too, because like I said, in these gacha games, I don't normally see people die. But like that could have been like the first real death, maybe even Tingyun. But like I feel like I don't know, I didn't really feel the death there. Firefly though, with that whole cutscene where we, I guess like went on a date with her or something. Like yeah, that one felt more impactful, you know. Um, and yeah, I guess I'll talk about more because I meant to say this other thing before I got caught up in that whole Firefly spoiler thing. But yeah, if I can see one person dying in the story so far, it would be Firefly. I feel like for Robin, it's so early that I don't think she's really dead. Just because, oh yeah, one, I guess she might be alive because I saw her in that Fate collab. Like I watched only the Fate collab portion of that 3.4, I think, that one live stream, and she was there. So yeah, I'm guessing she's still alive. But like even without that, I'm guessing she's still alive regardless of that live stream that I saw. Because we haven't really got to know her or like, really travel with her. I feel like, the perfect time for a person to die in a story would be like or at least, a character that's really important, especially for a playable character, is when they would, you would like at least get to know them. That's why I feel like for me, Ting Yun is not dead yet because I feel like I barely got to know her. Anyways, let me continue now. I'll try to not interrupt anymore because I spent too much time like talking here.
Whenever I see the Grand Theater, I just can't stop all these thoughts from flooding my head.
Um, we'll restore all the dreams back to normal. Try to make her feel better.
Yeah, of course. At times like this, we're so lucky to have our crew. The family and the IPC. Everyone has their own plans going on. Everyone's still having a great time out there on the streets. Nobody knows what's happened. It's all so unreal. As if Firefly, Miss Robin, and us we're all outsiders from another world. Aw, what a mess. I really want a nice cool drink of soda to help me calm down. But then I'd be just like everyone else out on the streets.
Alright.
Looks like Aventurine doesn't need anything else. Let's turn our attention to the family's assignment for now. Himiko, what do you think?
Among our current clues, the two murders that he witnessed are the most directly connected. I suggest starting here.
Where?
One thing I'm curious about is, if a person dies in a dream, what happens to them in real life?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Seeing as we're at the family's
I
behest, why not pop back out to reality and verify Miss Firefly's situation back at the hotel? Perhaps we could also make a few inquiries about Miss Robin while we're out there.
Yeah, that's what I thought, because what happens to their body in real life? Like, do they actually die in a dream? It's like they made such a big deal out of it that I thought maybe, that she really died. But at first I didn't really believe it because, she can just respawn back in real life.
How about we split off into two groups? There are still some things worth focusing on inside the dreamscape. I'll investigate those, and we can link up again later.
Worth focusing on? Oh. No problem. I'll leave it to you then.
Huh? Aw, I thought I'd finally get to see Himeko and Mr. Yang go out on a mission together. Oh well. Take care then, Mr. Yang.
I will. Keep in touch.
Uh-oh. We got a Welt solo scene here.
Honored guest, could you come out
Uh-oh.
for a second?
You notice someone. Sampo? Oh no. I was about to say maybe Sampo was like stalking.
I'd be embarrassed too, getting stared at like that.
Forgive me. My name is Welt Yang. I'm one of the crew members on the Astral Express. I believe you've met my colleagues.
Well,
Is there something about my name?
first, don't you want to know my name?
I already do, Miss Acheron. You're a prominent figure in Penacony.
What are they saying about me?
Some claim that you're the real culprit behind these murders, that the Annihilation Gang's tragic fate at the banquet was a result of your blade, and that you're now attempting to unleash another bloodbath on Penacony.
The Annihilation Gang.
Ifrit of Everflame Mansion.
Tragic fate. That Duke turned his dying body to flames and sacrificed his life as a martyr. He was a determined and heroic pathstrider. Not even a villain should be disparaged like this. And what's more, there were plenty of suspects invited. Do they really think that a blade is more dangerous than that black hole you're wielding?
On Welt? Black hole.
Keen intuition. Not even the family managed to point out the truth behind this cane.
Whoa. Okay. He's got a black hole in his cane.
So you must surely know, Miss Acheron, that peering into a black hole is not a wise move. As a potential threat, your knowledge of us has reached uncomfortable depths. Reveal your true identity and intentions. Otherwise, brace yourself for gravitational disintegration.
Oh my.
That shouldn't be necessary.
Is that his powers?
But if it makes
A
the
black
nameless
hole?
feel less defensive, I'll be happy to abide.
Like, I've never seen him fight before. You've seen Himiko, right? She was the one with all that technology. Like, she was there at the beginning when we, I guess, had her as a temporary ally. And I do have Welt right now, I think. Right, I chose Welt for my free character. I'm just wondering what his abilities are. I never played as him.
Believe it or not, Galaxy Ranger, Acheron. Those are the names I go by to this very day. My trip to Penacony is solely to fulfill an old, final request. I'm here for the Watchmaker's legacy. And that's it. I think I've been honest enough.
Okay. Well, this time it's, you know, like the... I don't know if that's the same, I guess, yellow as the... they would put on the name. But yeah, it's at least not red.
Still unwilling to reveal your true identity?
It's not that I don't want to. It's just that I can't. I've come so far, and I can't sum up all of that in just a few words. Everyone has their own unspeakable past. Secrets that they don't want to be revealed. And I won't be asking any more questions, such as why the Astral Express is roaming around the cosmos with a Stellaron on board.
What? I mean, is she talking about me? Because, like, I don't know if I, like, absorbed the Stellaron. Like, you remember that first boss that we fought? Because I'm guessing that was a Stellaron, right?
Is he okay? That memo keeper didn't do anything, right?
Oh, I think, yeah, she is referring to me.
He's fine. Let's
Yep, me.
stick with the topic. Gaining my trust all depends on how much you're willing to reveal.
I've run around many different Penacony dreamscapes just to try and find that legacy. And during this period, I came into contact with quite a few guests. In the process, I gradually came to realize the secret of Penacony may be closely related to the Trailblaze.
Whoa.
That's why I've come to ask for your help. I don't have enough proof yet, but I'd like to speculate something. The source of all tragedy lies within the family. If you could trust me, we could find the proof to support this claim together. Mr. Yang, I think you've come to the same conclusion, haven't you?
Let's leave it at that. For now, I'll choose to believe that you bear no hostility. Share your findings with me and me alone. I don't want vague conjecture to interfere with other people's judgments before we find solid proof.
Mm-hmm. By the way, would you like something to drink? Before we go, how about 2 cups of Wake the Heck Up? No, 4 cups. Because the conversation coming up will last forever.
There's more talking? I'm not sure. Alright, so where are we going next? So yeah, he said we split up, right? Are we going on the outside? Is like Welt staying in the dream, I guess? Or at the same time hotel in the real world? Okay,
I've been watching her closely for a while now, and the first
we go.
invitation was in the banquet hall of the hotel.
More talking.
She just sat in one corner, keeping silent, chugging down a couple cups of Wake the Heck Up. I told her it's a pungent, bitter beverage, not the taste of sweet dreams. Only for people allergic to Soul Glad. And she said,
Wait, is she talking about Acheron? Since she said that she was gonna, you know, take a wake a heck up. Think so.
Really?
Oh, it is.
But I don't taste any difference at all between them.
The guest rooms are charmingly minimalist. An aesthetic you share, Miss Acheron. It's a cinch. This music box. The invitation received by the Annihilation Gang. There are latent memories that linger on it yet. You see, memories of you are not yours alone. They travel in other people, other things. I know much, and I can predict even more. With some help, the dead can be made to speak. The Annihilation Gang, that band of desperados who all disappeared after meeting you. What exactly happened to them? Well, let me reveal all.
Gradation 12. Dreamscape 12. Father, I dedicate this to you.
Well done, Dubra.
Dubra.
Wherever they go, shall be met by annihilation.
There it is. It's hazy, but it's Ifrit's voice. The other one is probably his progeny. This is the residual memory from when the invitation was first delivered. They were abruptly interrupted. Then, what happened next is...
They sought refuge in a land of sleep, merely wishing for undisturbed rest, away from the storms. Children of the flame, this marks your rite of passage.
Oh, I just realized the effect on the... I don't know what you call that effect, but like where you see the outlines being like just shifted with this, with that like TV like effect in a way. I don't know what you call that effect. That blue,
She won't be necessary.
like a blue and red on the sides.
When have those on the path of destruction feared death?
The Everflame Mansion has set out on a journey. Those poor people, they have no idea what lies in wait ahead of them. Memory recovery is going well, but slowly. She'll be here soon, and time is short. There's nobody else here, so there's no need to be delicate. In fact, I think I'd better go all out. What happened?
Oh boy.
The memory after that is blank. How is that possible? This music box fell into Acheron's hands, and she brought it to Penacony. That's a fact, and that's how it should have gone. But along the way... it's like it's been erased. Who's done this?
Who are you?
Ooh.
Who are you?
Is that voice actually talking in real time to Black Swan here?
It's...
Is it like developing a consciousness?
no. Is this not a memory?
Oh, a memo keeper.
Oh.
Do you serve the Garden of Recollection? Or the Cremators? My name is Constance. A pleasure to meet you. We were supposed to meet in Penacony and spend an unforgettable time together. But that seems unrealistic. Dolly is not welcome on the banquet store, and I don't need a coming-of-age ceremony. And you?
Wait, what? Hold on, what?
I know what you're looking for.
Hold on a second. That name. Yeah, isn't... That's funny. I mean, I'm sure this... Yeah. I know this probably came out first before, you know, Genshin, but Dahlia's also in Genshin. I got, it's like, whoa, saw the name there.
Want her secret? I can give it to you, and then you can enjoy the banquet for me. I wish you unforgettable memories.
Oh. A phone. Wanna listen in?
At this moment, it's on the other side. Yeah, where's us? I want to see on Firefly and, and Robin. Where are we at? Whoa. Switching to Aventurine's POV now has an understanding of the present situation. He's decided to honor the Oak family's invitation and meet the man, then reclaim his lost belongings as well as the power fitting for them.
A few days ago, the IPC made an announcement. Under the watchful guidance of the Marketing Development Department, and in accordance with the Interstellar Peace Charter, the independent Sigonian sovereignty has hereby been established, and shall take a legislative seat at the Interstellar Congress. The formation of the Sigonian sovereignty is of great historical significance to the Sigonia system. This move puts an end to the planet's long and bloody history, turning the sensational Kataka-Abjin extinction event into a distant memory.
Sigonia 4 is located in an unclaimed zone at the intersection of the Denise, Prothean, and Dorneau star clusters. The planet's surface environment is known for being extremely harsh, constantly faced with the threat of impact from small-scale celestial objects.
See, now we're going to a different planet. At least, I'm guessing this is like a memory. Sigonia 4. I'm guessing it's a different planet because wasn't Belobog like Yarilo 6?
This is why very few intelligent species have made this planet their home, dividing themselves into several tribes to eke out nomad lifestyles as they struggle to survive the arid desert wilderness. They have developed their own folk beliefs that are independent of the Eon belief system.
Sigonia. Sigonia.
Is this little
Ravenous
Aventurine?
eye of the storm, spurned by all the gods. Land of rock, but not water. Lightning, but not rain. Blood, but not tears. You beat us with your falling stars. You lash us with wind and storm. You chew us up with the cracked earth. You promised us a land of honey, yet yoked us beneath a sword of bitterness. Oh, Gaiathra Triclops, if thou can hear me, please open up thy 3 eyes and gaze upon this child. When you took his father, my child was still sleeping in my belly. And where my husband went, I too soon must go. I don't ask for a peaceful death. Just for you to tell me, does the baby swaddled sweetly asleep? Does he dream of his mother's heartbeat and the sound of falling rain? Please tell me whether this life is all just a fleeting dream. Otherwise, why would this child be born to face impending death?
Mommy! 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 The rain! It's raining!
Raining? Raining!
It's raining! It's true! The elders weren't lying to us. They really did summon the rain. Mommy, we can leave here. We can go back home.
Back home. Gaiathra Triclops. You came. Do you hear that? Thank you. Thank you. Darling, listen.
Dude,
This
this is.
is the sound of
I gotta say, man,
rain.
the cutscene so far,
On the day you were born,
it's
the
very much
sky
different now.
also sent down a gift like this from
I guess, you know, ever since after that Firefly date.
Such a lucky child. Such a
I do
blessed
want to talk about it
child.
like after this.
Just like your name. A gift from them to Avjen. My boy. May the goddess Gayatri close her eyes 3 times. Keep your blood eternally pulsing. Let your journey be forever peaceful, and your schemes forever concealed. Welcome to this sad world, Kakavasha.
Time to wake up, gambler.
So yeah, I think that was Aventarine's pass. Yeah, that was a sad pass. He like lost both of his parents.
Oh, heavens. I must have drunk too much Soul Glad. Didn't expect you to be back so soon. How is it? Find anything?
Just as you
Hey,
guessed.
it's him.
Nobody outside knows about Robin's death. There aren't even baseless conspiracy theories. They're still streaming the rehearsal for her ceremony, using a stand-in, I guess. They must be dreaming.
Of course. Who could imagine that death would actually descend upon the idyllic dream created by the family? Let alone that the victim would be the female lead of the Charmony Festival. To be honest with you, I didn't believe it. I even tested it a few times myself. Until I discovered that I couldn't actually die. Whenever there's any danger, I'm forced awake by the dream pool, and it's all as if everything were just a nightmare. And that's why I'm convinced that there are a few big secrets lurking behind the scenes.
Then you must have heard about the Memory Zone meme. When I graciously deigned to establish connections with the Oak family on your behalf, they were quite in a pitiful state of disarray.
You know, I never really seen. Like, I'm sure I talked about this before too. I know sometimes they always use the word meme in this game, but like I never seen it used this much as like a more serious thing and not like a more fun thing.
Besides Robin, there was another body. I don't know the exact details, just that it was a stowaway.
Like, I'm just wondering if they're saying meme as memory instead of like, you know, like the internet memes. I'm guessing you mean something like that. Like maybe meme here has a different meaning. It's just I know memes like, you know, like the old days, like Neon Cat and stuff. Little Pop-Tart cat that farts out rainbows.
2 murder cases? I told you something seemed off about the Nameless. He must have come across the other one.
Wait, can I see that one? Besides Robin, there was another body. You don't know the exact details. Just that it was a stowaway. Oh, he's talking about Firefly.
This murderer is a psycho. And I have to say, the case does represent an opportunity. We can leverage the family's malfeasance and let the IPC use this as a reason to intervene. It's just that their trickery runs deeper than I thought. Robin's stand-in was all ready to go. These 2 murders are definitely getting hushed up.
A stand-in?
What should we do? Let me think. It's too rare an opportunity to miss out on, so...
Incredible,
you gotta be careful.
Gambler.
My bad.
Have you already exhausted your limited repertoire of tricks so soon?
There are plenty of chips, but it'd be best to choose carefully. The most straightforward has to be Robin. Remember? That masked fool once told me to find a mute as a friend. Robin is what she calls the mute. She has lost her voice, and while most people can't pick up on it, you and I cannot mistake that sound. Not produced by any voice box, but rather by the resonance of the harmony. If that girl hadn't gone hoarse from singing practice, there'd only be one possibility.
So Robin,
Something was up with the family.
I guess, like, can't sing anymore?
Or Robin herself. To get to the bottom of this, I tried every way I could to meet her. But she died. Right before my very eyes.
A complete and utter loss. Incidentally, it seems to have resulted in your rather undignified arrival on the interrogation stand. There were eyewitnesses at the scene, and the family, in their graciousness, has tentatively accepted your alibi. However, for the foreseeable future, you shall, regrettably, find yourself under the vigilant watch of the hounds.
Well, things aren't looking too optimistic, Doctor. Starting to break out in a cold sweat. Do you reckon there's still any chance of a comeback, given how things are?
A probability? Yes, it exists, but it verges on the infinitesimal. To phrase it in a manner more befitting the vernacular of Penacony, you're dreaming. But if you simply can't control yourself and want to try your hand, then there just so happens to be a suitable candidate.
Can I review that again? Any chance of a comeback? Okay.
That man wants to see you again.
Who?
Sunday.
Is this a public hearing or a private trial?
If it were the former, it would hardly befit my stature to stoop to the role of a mere messenger.
Fine. Well, that's great. It's all great. You see, the dead can't talk, but the living can. Ratio, I'm convinced now that there must be something wrong inside the family. Oh, just you wait and see. That man's sister has died. He can't sit on his hands. Well, without any further ado, let's set off. Lead the way. The show is about to begin.
Okay. I think we're going back to me now.
We're here.
Oh my gosh, wait,
The
there's more?
Two-Eyed Pavilion is the Oak
Bro, I'm
family's
about to end the video here.
a place where heads of the families meet to discuss great plans for Penacony.
Fortress.
Are we going to play as him?
I like this metaphor. I dealt with the warlords of the Amanicus star system not long ago, and their synchronized orbital manor wasn't this heavily guarded.
This mansion nominally belongs to Sunday, and is very befitting of its owner. Without his express invitation, the likes of ordinary guests would never grace these grounds in their lifetimes. Look around while you still have this moment of freedom.
Dude, I'm trying to find a moment of freedom here.
Hey, Doc.
I want to be able to
Who's to say I won't sell you out?
We'll see.
be able to find a stopping
When we
point
meet
that's
the
not in a
authoritarian
cutscene.
master of the Oak family, I'll pry an answer out of him.
Follow me and I'll bring you to his parlor. Hold your tongue and let me deal with the members of the family.
Oh, here we go. I think this is it. Fate's Ensemble. As the story unfolds, you'll have the chance to progress the story from other characters' POV. When entering a character's POV for the first time, that character will automatically be placed first in your team. Oh wow. You can check the Fates Atlas interface to see which character's POV on an ongoing mission or completed mission is, and if you need to change your POV to continue the story, you can select to here to enter the Fates ensemble. For more details, please see tutorials. Yeah, very interesting mechanic. Press here to switch to another character's perspective. How do you use the mouse again? Do you have to use Alt? Can I go to back to me now? I'll go back to him. I just want to make sure I can go back, you know, so that I can maybe...
It's still early. Where to now?
Wow. Okay, yeah, that's very interesting. That whole mechanic. Also, yeah, can I find, hold on. Hopefully I don't trigger any story cutscenes here. But yeah, I gotta see, man, we're definitely going in a very different direction now. With, like, I guess how the story's presented. I do like the whole POV thing. At least, you know, I just started it out. But it does sound very interesting. But I am noticing an increase of cutscenes now. Like way more than before. Like, yeah, normally the cutscenes aren't long, but this one feels like it's been way longer now. We just went through, like, you know, ever since we were talking to, you know, March at that last one, we just entered a cutscene, and then it was, after that it was Welt and Acheron, then Black Swan, and then Aventurine's Past, and then Aventurine and Dr. Ray's show. A lot of cutscenes, man. Like, I'm trying to remember back in maybe some of the other, you know, gacha games, but I feel like there's always a good balance between, like, gameplay and cutscenes. This one, there seems to be a lot more than before. Wow. You're like way, way more than before. But yeah, I'm just wondering if they're trying to make a change now in the story of, like, presentation maybe, like, going onward. Because yeah, it does feel like it's such a major shift in, like, the story presentation. Which, you know, I guess for me in a way it's fine. I mean, I would prefer there to be more gameplay. But it does feel weird that, you know, I've been getting, like, cutscenes after cutscenes without, you know, going back to gameplay. It does feel really weird. But yeah, if it's gonna be like this, I mean, I'm fine with it in general. It makes my job a lot easier so that I don't have to sweat in the gameplay. But yeah, it's just something that I gotta get used to. It's so weird. But yeah, guys, anyways, I'll just go ahead and edit here. I feel like there was more that I wanted to say. I'm not sure if that thing that I said with Firefly getting spoiled for me back then, but then I forgot about it, which is a good thing. Because even, like, with Firefly's death right there, it didn't feel like she actually died for me because we didn't check her in real life. Well, yeah, if that's true, then yeah, I just forgot about the whole death, I guess, and that's good. But yeah, I'm not sure if there was more. I feel like there was more that I wanted to say. But definitely seeing more cutscenes here more than before, but yeah. Anyway, guys, I'll just go ahead and end it here. Next time, we'll continue from Aventurine's POV. Yeah, we'll see what that's like, because I think that sounds very interesting, you know? I do like that. It is starting to feel like, I guess, like an anime, or I guess more of a normal show. Because I feel like, you know, in a lot of the gacha games, normally, like, you would just, you know, go through the story of the main character and not really through, like, other people, like, that much. Like, even, like, in the character stories, you know, even though it's supposed to be about them, usually the main character is always involved. But no, this one here, I think it's so cool that now it's without the main character, without the Trailblazer here. Now we just got Aventurine. I think this is really cool. But yeah, way too much cutscenes though for my liking, because I prefer the game over the story. Like, if I'm playing a game, I want some gameplay. Anyways, I'll stop yapping for now. Now I'm becoming a cutscene. That'll be for now, guys. That's game.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good